Hello, my friend. The excitement today is bringing me to talk about a topic which has been one of my main catalysts or challenges in this life, which is insecurity. And I just felt inspired to just make a video about this and actually see if I can break down how to free yourself from insecurities or how to look through insecurities. And to be fair, like right now at the moment, I have no real clue other than when I say that I feel a few hints which might be relevant. But I also just want to show you the power that if you have a clear intention and you just start following that thread or that excitement, then naturally the answers will come to you, especially if there's also an intention behind it to serve others, to explain it to others so they can also grow. So let's jump into it. How to get over your fears or how to get over your insecurities. Let's first look at the root. Like, what is the root of insecurity? It basically means that you are not secure. You feel shaky. You do not feel in trust of yourself. And I feel like, in a sense, it goes really deep, or it has gone really deep for me because it's so foundational. It lies so much at the core of the identity we think we are. If there's like an insecurity in that, which usually, if I look at my own experience, comes from because as a kid, I feel like you're naturally confident. And then only later we pick up certain insecurities where maybe in some situations we have been suppressed or we have been ridiculed. Then we internalize it and we're like, oh, I can never show this part of myself again because then I get socially ostracized. And then we still carry these insecurities with us. Maybe we're like really good, I've been really good in many situations to hide that I'm insecure. To many people, I always look, at least to my knowledge, maybe they can see through it as well, that I look like very stable. But in some sense, there have been also like many insecurities for me, and it still sometimes flares up. But I do not want to let those insecurities hold me back from expressing what I came here to express. I want to be, in a sense, secure and faithful and trusting of myself. I do want to be like a mountain, not only for myself, but also for others to know that they can trust themselves. You do not have to be insecure. These insecurities are just ideas you have created about yourself that are not true. And I feel in this, what I just said, lies the answer that if you can see that those insecurities, whatever those insecurities are, whether they are about your looks, whether about you're worthy enough, in the end, they are not really true. They might be like true in the sense that, yes, you believe them to be true. So that is good to start. Like, yes, I do feel moments in my life, or there are areas in my life where I do feel insecure, where I'm not trusting in the universe or the greater whole. So great, start there, but then investigate, why do I believe that I'm insecure? Why do I think that I'm insecure? And it's sort of like a loop that perpetuates itself. Because right now I just couldn't think of anything specific. It was just like, I've always been a little bit insecure or like shy. But just to look a little bit deeper, what makes me insecure? For me, it feels like a big one is a fear of not being liked. I think that in my past, I've had certain instances where I did something and maybe it wasn't even the case, but it appeared to me like I wasn't being liked for that. And then I became insecure in that way of acting. Let me see if I can give a more tangible example, which I've shared before. I think it was in like primary school, the last grade of primary school, and I had some friends come over to my place, and my room was always like full with like little knights and toys and Action Man and all these kinds of toys. And I love that because while I was playing with those toys, it like stimulated my imagination so much. I could create like whole worlds and universes. But then my friends came over. They came into my room. They saw like this huge mess of still toys, and they were like, "You still play with toys?" And like that deeply hurt me inside. I was like, "What? You cannot play with toys anymore? Like I have to be like cool now. I have to be like." Because we were about to go to like high school and all of those things. And then like from that moment on, like I suppressed that part of myself, just like that playful part that just likes to play, imagine, create. So it's such a pity now, and everyone must have to some extent these types of things happen to them, either through their parents, society, even in school. In different ways we get suppressed, and then we become insecure about our natural expression. So whenever you notice an insecurity, or you're already aware right now of an insecurity that has been playing out through your life, maybe in the background, maybe in the shadows a little bit, just call upon it. Ask yourself, okay, and everyone, except if you're like some kind of enlightened being that watching this, you must have some remnants of like personality layers or human layers that sometimes get triggered that are like insecure about certain things. So just ask yourself right now, what am I insecure about? And just investigate that. Allow that insecurity or that fear to arise. Do not be fearful of it. Just like it's like embracing your old self, your child self, and telling it like it's okay. It's okay. I understand you have this insecurity about yourself, about your looks or how you're perceived, and you're really hoping that other people will like you. But I'm here to tell you, sort of as your higher self, as your future self, you have nothing to worry about. The true value that you can bring to the world is just by being yourself. It is safe to be yourself. It is also safe to not be liked by others. That is still totally safe. No one has to truly like you. Give them that freedom as well. If they do not want to like you, fine. Let it be that way. Let the most important thing be that you are authentic to who you are. Be authentic to your true self and go subtler and subtler and more pure and pure in who you truly are. First, as like a soul expression, but then also, if you're truly being authentic, you're the one and infinite creator. You're God. You're the universe. You're all that is. And allow yourself to gradually become more aware that that is actually the case, and the more those relative insecurities will fall away. But if they feel really strong and really stubborn, just bring that love, bring that light to it. Do not suppress it. Actually be wanting to see where your fears are, where your insecurities are. Because only by inviting that and wanting to see where you're still not trusting God, where you're still a fearful creature, where you're still too much identified with being a human separate from other beings, you actually want to see that where that is the case. So then you can let go of that. You can clear that. And you can be naturally radiant, free, spontaneous, loving without needing to hold on to or get triggered every time into old patterns. You want to be free. You want to spread your wings. I know, otherwise you wouldn't be watching this video right now. And if by any chance you happen to not be interested in this at all, then feel free to um, just press exit or watch another video. I just want whatever you want for yourself. And I especially would love for those that want to be the truest version of themselves to stick around because you're me. I'm here for that same intention, for that same person, for that same purpose. to turn myself inside out, to give it all that I got, to leave no stone unturned, to make sure that I honor the intention with which I started this game. And that is the only reason for me being here. And that is why I want to end this video by just an invitation to look at your life and realize that all the fears, all the struggles, all the denseness, all the emotion, all the physical catalysts are actually your opportunities, the invitations for you to up your game, to level up, to become actually more of who you are, to investigate why you're having these different catalysts and these struggles, and then actually embrace them as if they were gold, as if you wanted them, as if you want these challenges that the mind is like, no, please, no. Actually embrace them as if you chose them, because on a higher level you did. And once you take responsibility and ownership over your own fears, over your own insecurities, over your own seeming ailments or diseases, then you can actually start to transform them, work with them, resolve them, see them as invitations and gateways to be more free, to be more authentic. And then instead of being scared of confrontation or catalyst or feeling certain emotions, you're actually leaning in. You're like, okay, I want to be the best, most authentic version of myself. I want to represent the highest possibility that I can. Please allow anything that does not serve that to bring that up, so I can actually honor this desire. I can actually honor this intention, and I can be fearless in my pursuit. I can be fearless in expressing myself. That is a power that money can't buy. This is a power of freedom that lies inside of you, ready to be awakened. So awaken by seeing that all the catalyst, all the suffering in your life is a signpost guiding you. So pay attention, listen attentively to those things that are nudging you in certain directions, whispering in your ear why you have this ailment, why you have this fear, how you can actually move beyond it, transmute it, and therefore make the space available also for other beings in this collective to transcend that same fear, to not stay stuck in that loop. You're not just solving these fears for yourself, you're solving them for the collective. The more that you can let go of all your personal fears, the easier it becomes for all other beings to do the same. And the more you can be a clear, radiant example of what it's like to be truly authentic and truly yourself. And please know that the world is asking for this. This is a calling from the world. We need more authenticity. We need more realness, even if it's raw, even if it's messy. We need that truthful, because society is getting sick from just all the fabrications and the indulgence and not wanting to look at what these things are actually telling us. So let's start just right here in this moment in your own life by just embracing all the suffering, all the catalysts that are already present in your reality, and making the commitment that you will allow it to show you where you're in a sense full of shit, where you do not have trust in your higher self, in your inner being, in God. And through showing and through forgiving yourself and seeing through that and through just shifting to higher states without suppressing anything, your true being, your true strength can actually start to emerge. And then we can get this party on earth, we can get it started. And you're here for this party, for this awakening, for this beautiful combination of 1,000 years of masters and people and evolving and trauma and wars is coming right to the point where we are about to make a choice collectively what we're about to do, if we're about to unify or if we're about to separate. And if you want to make sure that that unification happens into the unification or ascension with the greater cosmos, greater cosmos, greater cosmos, then make sure that you do not have any allegiance to that duality, to that separations, and you're a whole entity, having integrated your fears, your shadows, your doubts, having embraced all of that, and are now a pristine example of union, of not flinching, blinking neither at the dark nor the light, embracing all as part of the infinite creation, including the fears, including the anxieties, including the doubts and the disease and the seeming negativity. And you can truly be a holistic being that represents the love and the light of the one infinite creator that is at the source of all of it. So, just a gratitude for trusting yourself when you feel these inspirations, when you are not sure where it's going, but you just feel like, okay, I got to talk about it. Like I had today, I got to talk about, I just got to show up and talk about this insecurity thing that has been bothering me forever, and just open it up. And just by opening it up, sharing it with others, it resolves, it becomes lighter, it lightens the load, and we can all walk each other home. So if there's something bothering you, a fear that you would like resolved or that you would like to truly let go of, feel free to leave a message under this video, and then we'll see what we can do to help you assist in awakening to your true self, seeing through these fears and resolving these fears not only for ourselves but also for the collective. This can give you a great leap in inspiration to act fearlessly in the face of fears, knowing that they are not truly your fears. They are fears that are present in this society, and you're just an infinite being here to serve this creation by transmuting all these fears, turning them into love, light, and bliss, which at the core they are. That is the truth of them. Fear is just excitement, filtered through lack. So there you have it for today's video. I love this co-creation, so please feel free to also, if you have any video requests or any other things you would like to bring in, leave it in the comments down below, and I will see you in the next one. As always, stay true.